Hello, all there. A very warm good evening to everybody. So, once again, I'm here back with some another good words to learn, right? So, in today's video, I'll be sharing around 7 to 6 words that you might find them new to you, right? And I also have learned them recently, like not before 7 to 8 months, right? So okay, so with this strategy what I can do, I can obviously continue my communication with you all. At the same time I can also revise or get back to what I learned 6 months ago. So okay, let's start, right? So the very first word for today that I have listed is elucidate. It might happen that whatever these words I'm gonna discuss, you may know them before, but it's okay. These words were new for me, so I hope. Okay, let's see. Okay, elucidate, it's a verb which means to clear something, to give explanation to something, to clarify something. For example, so along with the meaning of the word, I'll also be making my own sentence to explain how to use this word. So to elucidate means to whether you are clarifying something to somebody or you are explaining. So for example, an employee came to his or her employer and asked that I want this transaction to be done by this weekend. Okay, and boss asks the employee that elucidate its need, like explain how, why it's so important, why it's so urgent. Okay, so elucidate means to clarify. The another word which I have is uproarious. Obviously, if uh, if you are very aware of grammar, so you must have known by now that it's an adjective, uproarious, which means noisy. The word roar or uproar is used in context of line, line that he in the same way the dog barks, similarly a loin uproars, right? So uproarious means very noisy place. For example, uh, I hate traffic because of its uproarious nature, right? Traffic is never ever going to be uh, peaceful gathering. It must be a uproarious place. Then another word which I have is propel. It's a verb and it's very easy to understand. At the first stance, I would like to say that it's the exact opposite of attract. Something attracts, and in its contrast, something propel. Okay, so for example, to make a sentence with this word, I can say, uh, you know magnet is going to propel the copper, right? Because magnet is going to only attract the iron and not other metals, so copper is going to be propelled by the magnets. Okay, the another word or phrase, rather, is hell-bent. And hell-bent is an adjective which can be used for a person who is determined to do something, right? So for example, there is a student who is very honest, dedicated towards his studies, and for describing him, we can use this word hellbent. For example, Rahul is a hellbent person. He cannot sleep, uh, without achieving what he want. Okay, I hope you got the idea, right? So the next word that I have is draconian. Another adjective that I have is draconian. It describes a person, or it describes a thing which is very harsh. For example, the recent policies or recent rule and regulations brought by the government are draconian, which means they are harsh, they are not flexible, no, not flexible, but they are not lenient, that they will leave a what to say, to somebody who should be punished, but policies are framed in such a way that no mm, nobody is going to be left free if he is the wrong. Okay, so draconian, it may be anything which is harsh. Draconian can also be a speech, right, in which you used harsh words, maybe about something or someone. And draconian may also be a situation, kind of a complex situation, right? Yes, so that was that. Another word for today that I have is succumb. What does it mean? Succumb is a verb at the first place. And what does it mean? So succumb is used in the context when somebody accepts the defeat, or in other words, somebody loses its his or her hope about anything. For example, see, uh, mm, Reena succumbed. Okay, Reena succumbed. So it's a complete sentence, which means he accepted, or sorry, she accepted defeat. And this defeat may be regarding anything. It may be her exams, it may be her targets at workplace, it may be her personal targets or personal goals, etc. So when somebody accept defeat, that no, I'm not going to do that, it's not my cup of tea, I'm not made for this, or that kind of situation. So we can use this word for a person who has accepted defeat, or who has lost hope regarding anything. It may be anything. Okay, so the last word for today which I'm going to share is lambast. And what does it mean? It's very simple to understand. Lambast is to criticize somebody using very brutal, very bitter words. So yes, that is criticizing something very, very harshly. Lambast. So to make it to make a sentence using this word, I can say the article published in The Hindu yesterday was a lambast for an political personality, which means an article was published criticizing a political personality. So yes, that is the way you can use this word. I hope at least not all of these words, but at least 2 to 4 words you guys must have found new to you. And if it's not, so that's okay. You are getting an idea that yes, how to use it, how it is used. So okay. And for somebody is these words are new, so a happy news for them, right? So yes guys, this bring me to the end of the session. Let me wind up the session. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Bye bye.